don't care about the others. You set my world on fire. You're my heart's desire. I just wanna love you, just wanna hold you, just wanna be with you till we grow old. Please tell me you'll stay or take me away. I want you for myself every single day. You set my world on fire. You set my world on fire.
You got belly in there. Now your boots. I'm gonna get my boots. Oh, hey, I gotta make a path for you. I might just kick it, but I gotta clear off the sleds, so I need my gloves. Okay, so.
Ready to get your boots on?
Yeah. Where's your hat?
I don't know what I'd do without you. You make me smile, what is it that you do?
What? We can make a snowman!
My life was
No, it's not
great till
packing.
you added colors. Like the moon is the snow, we don't care about the others. You set my world on
Birthday
fire.
cake! Throw it at Mason.
You're my heart's desire.
I have never had
I just wanna love you, just wanna hold you, just wanna be with you till we grow old. Please tell me you'll stay or take me away.
Remember, not in the
I
face,
want you
Mason.
for
Always hit the
myself
body.
Every single day. You set my world on fire. You set my world on fire. I just want you, I just need you. I don't know what it is you do. I just want you, I just need you. I don't know what it is you do. I just wanna love you, just wanna hold you, just wanna be with you till we grow old. Just tell me you'll stay or take me away. I want you for myself every single day. You set my world on fire. You set my world on fire.
And that, you guys, kind of concludes our trip home to New York. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another video and part 2 of our trip home to New York. I don't feel like I caught a whole lot of footage. I was trying to put this video together and I was thinking I must be missing things, like maybe files didn't port, because I felt like I got more than that, but maybe I didn't. I know that towards the end of our trip, I started to feel like I wanted to just kind of put the camera down and enjoy time with my mom. I started to notice her getting upset as we were drawing close to leaving, and just knowing that it would be months before we would see each other again. And so I felt like I just kind of wanted to live in the moment with her. And then we ended up pushing our trip back because of the snowstorm. So if you watched like the cleaning vlog just set up for New York, or if you watched part 1, you know that we almost didn't make it to Long Island because Long Island was getting a blizzard. Like my mom's area got 21 inches of snow, and so flying in was going to be really difficult. Matter of fact, when we were at the like conveyor belt to pull our luggage off at the airport, when I looked up on the screen, all of the flights said delayed, canceled, delayed, 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 canceled. And so I know that if we were like literally hours later, we would have not made it to Long Island. So we got there safely, luckily, and we got snowed in, which was kind of cool because that was our Christmas. So not a lot of people get to ask for a white Christmas. I know I certainly can't here in Texas, and even living in New York, you're not always lucky enough to get a white Christmas. So for us, that was our Christmas, and it was snowing outside, and it was kind of cool because we were just like doing the presents by the tree and eating good food and the hot cocoa and the whole thing. So it was still a really, really nice time with the snow and stuff, feeling like we couldn't go anywhere. We were trapped as a family, kind of snowed in together. So that was really cool. But then the issue became the snow going home. So believe it or not, speaking of Texas and not getting a white Christmas, they weren't going to get a ton of snow here, but temperatures were going to drop to freezing temperatures, and they were expecting rain. So it was more or less not going to be snow, but ice. And they were talking like a substantial amount of ice. Even all the schools closed here Thursday and Friday. The libraries didn't open. Like a lot of places shut down just preemptively for like people like New Yorkers like me. Even in South Carolina they used to do that, and Daryl and I would be like, wait, they closed the school down and it didn't even snow yet? Like I remember as a kid, like there wasn't even the phone chains and stuff. You'd have to watch Channel 12 News, and like the names of the schools that were being closed would scroll across the bottom of the screen in alphabetical order, and you'd be so upset because I lived in the Middle Country School District, and if I missed the M, I'd have to wait for it to come all the way back around to see like if we weren't gonna go to school then. So it's certainly different now because there's texting and email and all those. So growing up, it was definitely different, but we still went to school. When there was 3, 4, 5 inches on the ground, we went to school. Nowadays, they're a little bit more cautious and stuff, but for the most part, even with a little bit of snow, maybe you'll have a 2-hour delay, extra chances for them to kind of clean everything up, but there's no cancellation when there's not even snow on the ground. There was like nothing, just wind, and they were already kind of canceling. But they don't even have salt trucks and stuff here, just for major highways, but nothing for residential areas or even smaller main roads. So they're very, very cautious of the weather. And I started noticing like flights were canceling. I kept getting a text message from our airline saying you might want to reschedule your flight if you have flexible plans. And I actually told you guys while I was filming the meal plan portion of the grocery haul that Tuesday, I had them on hold in my ear because I was trying to move my flights. And so I was able to move until Saturday, and that kind of like solidified it for me. I literally just put my camera in my purse, and I don't normally do that. Like normally I like the B-roll footage of all the suitcases lined up, and I love those kind of airplane flight vlogs. Like I did get a little bit of us maneuvering through the airport and stuff, but for the most part, like I really think that the second part of this trip was a bit subdued. I mean, I did get to go with my cousin. I mentioned to you guys that I'm in her wedding next May, and we did get the opportunity to pick her dress. She said yes to the dress. She looks absolutely beautiful in that dress, and her hair isn't even done, and makeup and all of that. So I can't wait to see her in that when she's actually in it. Maya is the flower girl, and so we were able to pick out her dress, and we were able to pick out mine. I included the pictures of that, but the color I'm in, that green color, that's not the color. Her color is actually more like the purple of this. I'll actually pop a picture up right here of the color of the dress, but the one that I was wearing is the style that I chose. We were a little flexible. As long as the bottom was the same, we can choose a different top, and I chose one that was like off the shoulder. It kind of sits like this, but I like that, especially for May. I feel like I don't have to feel like claustrophobic, I guess. I don't, if you notice, I always like pull at my tops or whatever. I don't like things that are really like super tight around my neck. So I actually really love this style. The kids got to play in the snow a little bit. We really didn't have a ton of snow gear. My mom got them boots. She got them boots. My mom got them boots, and we did have like hats and gloves and stuff, but no, like growing up I had like snow pants and stuff, but the kids didn't really have any of that kind of thing, so they got cold fairly quickly. I layered them as much as I could in like really heavy clothing, but it was the best that we can do. So they stayed out for a little bit of time. They definitely got their snow fill. You can tell they've been born in the warmer climates because my kids are definitely warmer weather kids. But that was pretty much it. We kind of just hung low. My mom got the kids a couple of board games, and so we did that. We played Christmas bingo. I did a lot of like cooking and stuff for my family. They like when I come in because I like to be in the kitchen even more than my mom ever did. I learned a lot of cooking styles and recipes and stuff from my mom and from my grandma and stuff, but my grandma wasn't one of those cooks where you would say like, oh, my grandma was the best cook. She made good food, but she wasn't like an incredible cook. And I think my mom kind of like followed suit. She has great recipes. My mom still makes really, really good food, but neither one of them had a passion for it, at least not like me. Like I have a true passion for food. I love to recreate recipes and flavors and all of that. And my dad would be my biggest guinea pig if I lived closer to him. He would love to try all of the things that I put together. So I definitely had, you know, some fun playing with food and stuff and being able to feed my family and whatever. But for the most part, I actually spent just a lot of time packing and maneuvering everything. I think we came home and checked 7 suitcases, plus we all had a carry-on and a backpack. As I've mentioned, we see a lot of family, and so the kids got a lot of things. I mean, we're 5 family members, so even if everybody only received 2 gifts, it's still, before you know it, it adds up, and we went with a lot of suitcases as it was. And so to put everything back and stuff, and it's just between the way that my mom does Christmas and my mother-in-law does Christmas and all of the family members that came and dropped presents off. I mean, we had family members that we didn't even see that just left gifts for my kids that were there. So trying to get all of that stuff home, even simple things like my mom bought Daryl a case of his favorite coffee pods, but there's 72 coffee pods in there. It's like 6 12-count boxes that all come in one box. It's the Tim Hortons. Well, my mother-in-law did the same thing, and so there was 2 72-count things of Daryl's favorite coffee, which, don't get me wrong, he's absolutely ecstatic about. It's his favorite coffee. He'll have his favorite coffee for months and months on end, but it was then trying to get home 144 coffee pods. I even dumped them out, like hoping that the little pods I can kind of like shake down into all the little spots into the suitcase and kind of absorb where it went. And that was kind of a mistake, because when we unpacked coming home, some of them, like the top poked just like you would in a K-cup, like, you know, the needle comes down and pokes a hole through the top. Some things like poked the hole, and so there were grinds all over everything, like clothes that my mom got me and stuff, like grinds everywhere. So it was like crazy, just kind of maneuvering and packing and all of that stuff, but it was a lot of quality time, which we definitely enjoy spending. So it was a really, really awesome time. I'm glad that we were able to go. I am excited about the next couple of years because I'll see them a lot more often. We have a ton of weddings and like family events coming up that we have to make it home for. We usually go home in the summer anyways, but then my sister-in-law, Daryl's sister, is getting married in the beginning of August, and then my cousin Eric is getting married Labor Day weekend, so we'll have to go back to New York like a month after we get back. It'll just be Daryl and I flying in for my cousin's wedding, but he's still getting married, you know, Labor Day weekend, and then we're still gonna try and go back for Christmas at some point. And then again, I'm in this wedding in May, and I want to try and be there for her bridal shower. I want to try and be there for her bachelorette. Again, it's a lot of traveling and stuff, so the only upside is that I'll get to see my family a little bit more, but there's a lot of craziness that'll go on for the next couple of years. But I will take you guys with me, at least as much as I can. But speaking of taking you guys with me, I think that's going to kind of like be a perfect intro into what I just want to talk about for a moment. And I normally wouldn't really address anything like this, but it's just one of the things that I feel like is eating away at me right now. One of my friends just mentioned in one of her videos about brain dumping, and I feel like that is the perfect phrase for sometimes what I need to do with you guys is to like brain dump, because sometimes there are things that I need to say, and that just my normal people who are surrounding me, they can always be biased to my thought process. And so I like to get other feedback, and I like to brain dump. And having you guys, I've said it a million times, you guys are my favorite sounding board, because it's not just 100 people watching, it's at times thousands of people watching, and that's so helpful for me because it's just a wide variety of opinions, and good and bad. I like to read them, and it's important to me to hear all sides. And so I am really, really struggling right now with maintaining social media. It's kind of hard right now because it's my job. I know some people chuckle about this being a job, but it really truly is a job for me. When I first started doing this, I was only making $300, $400, $500 a month, like back when I first got monetized. And yeah, that's a little bit of money. It's helpful. It's towards groceries, or, you know, the little extras, the holidays, the Valentine's Day goodies and stuff. But that's not the case anymore. Even though I don't feel like I have a whole ton of growth in my subscriber count, I have had growth in views and watches. And statistically, when you're taking on sponsorships and things like that, they're able to log into YouTube's analytics, and they're able to see how long you captivate people, how long they listen to you talk, how long everything, your view duration, the age bracket of the people who are watching your videos. I mean, all of that's attached to your Gmail. So when you fill out all of your information, when you sign up for YouTube or your email, whatever, they know that a certain percentage is from the age bracket of 25 to 45, and so on and so on. The analytics behind YouTube are really crazy. They're very in-depth, and they're able to really break things down. And anybody who sponsors you or whatever, they all have access to those analytics. So they're able to see those things. So luckily for me, I couldn't even get people when you first started, you know, to send you things for free. And then it was excited when somebody would pay you $75 or $100. But again, all those things have changed. So am I making, you know, a ton of money and, you know, six-figure income and all of that? No, absolutely not. But am I able to be a substantial contribution to the home now? Yes, I am. And that means something to me, because I feel like I've continued and I worked towards this, and I never stopped, and I kept posting, and I kept doing whatever. And whether or not I have 100,000 subscribers or 20,000 subscribers, either way, whatever I've built is still bringing income into my home, which is a help for my family. And the benefit of all that is I get to stay home and be a stay-at-home mom, which my kids deserve that, because I feel like I've gotten the opportunity to do amazing things with my children that I wouldn't have. It was like perfect timing for them to come into the door, right? Like on cue. But I feel like my kids are more well-rounded, and I feel good about being able to be here for them whenever they need me. They just want to come up here and tell me a funny story, and I was able to stop my job for a second, listen to their funny story, and then reconvene with you guys. I just wouldn't have those availabilities if I worked out of the home. So I consider this a privilege and an honor to be able to be on this platform and have you guys be my friend and watch and support my family. However, I've purposefully convinced myself that YouTube is not a form of social media. And I've done that because social media itself is a struggle for me right now. And I say that I've convinced myself because this is a channel, right? I say, welcome back to my channel. These are considered a YouTube channel, but if you were to say channel to somebody, what does that make you think of? That makes me think of TV, right? So I think of YouTube as another form of television, because you can go onto YouTube just like any other streaming device. Netflix and Hulu, would you consider Netflix or Hulu level of social media? Because I would not. I would consider them just a TV streaming service. Well, you can click on YouTube and go and choose a channel to watch. And so in my mind, I have told myself that is the platform that I'm on, because like I said, YouTube, social media itself is hard for me. And I tell you guys all the time, I watch Jess Fam, and she also has a podcast, and she's talked about quite a few times in her podcast when they've like talked about YouTube or whether or not she would do it if she had like a different, if she would ever work a different job, if she didn't do YouTube, what would she do, and all those things. And she's talked about how nobody realizes how demanding being in this platform is, because if you want sponsors to review all those analytics, they usually want to see it on every platform. They want to see your TikTok, which is exploding right now. Everybody wants to be in that TikTok game. It's so easy to hit that follow button, way easier than it is on YouTube, because there's no ads and all of that. It's just one video after another, after another, after another. It's only a few minutes or a few seconds of time, and it's really easy to follow them. And so that platform is exploding. Instagram has truly changed, and now with their reels, they've kind of stepped up to that TikTok game, and now Facebook is doing their own form of reels. And so everybody is trying to stay up on these levels of status on their social media pages and trying to keep up with the Joneses, and everybody is growing. And I literally don't like any of those platforms anymore, and I know how important that it is to maintain them. That's why I just said, Jess was saying, like, for her sponsors, now granted, she's on a 1 million subscriber plus level, so comparing to her is bizarre, but I also feel like she has a great amount of advice, because she's been doing this for a lot of years. She's been on YouTube now for almost 13 years, almost since the very, very beginning of the start of YouTube. So she's been able to kind of discuss trends and what's helpful and what's not helpful. If anybody, I enjoy her advice most. And I understand where she says, like, okay, you need to be relevant and you need to be active, because these sponsors are able to see what's your interaction, what's your engagement. Are people just skipping past your slide when they get to your story? Do they just exit out? Do they watch? Do they go back and watch it again? All those things are important. And so you need to go on Instagram every day and post every day. And you're supposed to post on Facebook every day. And you're supposed to go on Twitter and TikTok and all these things and share your platform and allow social media to be your advertisement for your channel. You're advertising yourself to come over and to watch your channel, right? But I can't go on it anymore, you guys. I cannot tolerate the hate. And I don't mean for me. This has nothing to do with me. I have not received hateful comments. This is not in regards to anything that has anything to do with me personally. It is everything that I read about everybody's thoughts about what's going on in the world. I would love to use this platform to talk about the things that I feel passionate about on those topics. But it scares me, because so many people this has torn even the greatest of friendships and relationships. I have seen myself unfriend and not follow friends I've been friends with for a very, very, very long time, or family members that I have stopped communicating with solely because everything that's going on right now, politically, pandemically, on an education level, everywhere, on a government level, everywhere, everybody has a say in their side of the story about what's going on. And that's okay. It's okay if you don't agree with me and I don't agree with you, as long as it doesn't change our relationship and our association. But I feel like those relationships do change when that's all you see them talk about. I love Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and all those things for my friends and family who share videos of their children. Or, you know, my one girlfriend, her daughter made a TikTok of their dog. And so freaking cute. Like, she literally makes the cutest damn TikToks over the dog. That's what I want to go on social media to see. I want to go on Facebook and I want to know about your kid's first day of school. And I want to know about their recital. And I want to know that they just bought a new car. Or maybe they graduated from high school. I want to follow their story. I want to use social media as a way for me to see the life of a friend that I spent every day sitting next to from 1st grade to 12th grade, but then we lost contact after school, and now I get to see them married and with children and a home that they built and a life that they're living right now. And those are the things that I enjoy. If you've lost someone and you share it on your social media page, I want to be able to send my condolences, and I want to be able to show my love and support for you at that time. I want to be able to use Facebook and Instagram as a way to spread love and positivity. I want to use my stories to share with you guys what my cup of coffee is. Like, you guys literally love my Vlogmas videos and my intros with my coffee, and you tell me that all the time, which is why I do it every single year, but I only get to show the joy of that during the Vlogmas time. And so I've been posting on my Instagram every morning my cup of coffee with my K-cup and what I'm having. And so, like, those are the things I want to share. And I just feel frustrated, I guess, that every single time that I go on there, something bothers me. Then I end up in a rabbit hole of negative information. And I just don't want to be skewed by somebody else's thoughts. It's really, really hard right now. Like, everything's about whether or not you believe you should have masked or you shouldn't. Your children should wear masks or they shouldn't. You believe in vaccinations or you don't. You're a Biden supporter or you're a Trump supporter or whatever. It's like, it doesn't matter. It's literally buckets of hate. I just saw a post on Facebook from a friend of mine who literally did nothing but tear down Disney. How there's morbid and every family member dies and there's too many sexual innuendos and all of that. And I do understand that from an adult perspective, but my 5-year-old's not seeing an adult innuendo, nor is it crushing her that a family member passed away. She's not seeing that. Maya is enjoying Anna and Elsa and the whole story of Olaf. She really kind of missed the fact that their parents tragically died on a boat. I did not. When I first saw it, I cried my eyes out and I agreed, and like, why is Disney so cruel? But my kids aren't seeing that. So I'm not going to boycott Disney. I'm not going to not like show them the movies, you know, but like, here I was on Facebook just scrolling and I see her name and I'm thinking, oh, she's going to post one of the pictures of her 2 beautiful sons and, you know, and her great life, and she's a cop. And so, you know, I think it's amazing that she, you know, all that she sacrifices for the state of New York and, you know, whatever. And then everything is negative. Everything is, she's going to move out of state because she hates the government there, and just everything is hate, 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 hate. And I'm using her as an example, but she's one of everyone. It's literally everyone. And I feel like sometimes I go days without posting on Instagram. I'll go days without, I can't even tell you the last time I posted on my Facebook page because I don't want to go on there. Facebook is like, literally, it is like the turmoil of hell. I just don't want to be on there. I can't tell you the last time I've seen anything positive. Nobody's on there sharing positive things anymore. And I am struggling, and I feel like sometimes I'm not present for you guys like I should be. I feel like sometimes I'm not I'm not active enough. I don't give my status enough. I know a lot of people want to know where the people they follow stand. It makes them feel good. And I feel like sometimes I'm lacking by sharing those things with you guys because I don't want to share them, because I feel like all it does is breed more arguments and negativity. That's why I hold off my comments. You know, a lot of the haters believe it's because I don't want their comments to appear. No, it's not about me not wanting them to appear. It's about, for example, I had to write, I took a screenshot of the person who was commenting. I deleted the comment, and then I found that person on Instagram and I wrote them individually and I said, thank you for coming to my aid and I appreciate it, but I deleted your comment, and then I deleted that person's comment because I just didn't want any kind of back and forth. But it was somebody who said, like, why do you give your kid so many different lunch options? Like, don't you feel like you're overfeeding them? And then somebody else came on and said, apparently you don't watch her videos, or you don't listen. She gives them for variety. They don't eat it all, whatever. And it was just like, already there was kind of a debate back and forth, and that's exactly what I don't want, because I feel like we debate right now about everything, and healthy debate is okay. Like, there was debate club and stuff in school because healthy debate is good. It's okay to fight for your platform and what you believe in. I totally believe that. But like, if you really want to fight for your platform, go drive to Albany and stand on, you know, the Capitol building and fight. Go to your rallies, go to your things, you know, and fight that way, but just don't share it on your social media, where right now everybody are keyboard cowboys and they'll say whatever they want to say while they're sitting on a computer or behind a phone, and maybe that's not really what they mean. They're just angry by what you said, and so they retaliate, and before you know it, you've lost a friendship, you've lost a family member, you've lost all of that just because you guys don't believe in the same president or the same, you know, whether or not to put cloth over your mouth and nose or not. I don't want to fight those battles anymore. And I guess there are days where it puts me in such a funk, and mentally it shouldn't let me, but it does. And I guess, again, because I have the ability to do this job, unless it's like a sponsored video and I have no choice that it has to go out that day, if I don't want to post that day, I don't. If I just want to sit with my family and absorb our lives, I don't. If I just want to sit in my bed and cry because the world is tough, I can. And I feel like the liberty of that allows me to just say, okay, today I'm not going to deal with all this negativity, and I'm just going to walk away. I'm going to keep my head in a good space. And I feel like I'm just not good about letting you guys know. I know I'm a Grey's Anatomy fan, and I know that on Thursday nights, I know that at 9 o'clock that show's going to come on, and I'm going to be excited that I can watch it. And I don't ever want you guys to feel that you are excited about something that I may put up or say I'm going to post and then don't, and then it allows me to fall short. And then inside of me, I feel like that I've broken your trust, or I can't do something that maybe you guys would rely on because I didn't come through like I said that I was supposed to. But I just feel like mentally sometimes this is truly taxing for me, the Instagram and the Facebook and all the social media, and I try to be as present as I can for you guys here, and I hope that you are okay with that. I know sometimes I don't pick up the camera when I'm supposed to, or post when I'm supposed to, or leave a community tab or a story where I should, but I feel like sometimes just bringing you what I do bring is almost all the effort sometimes that I can muster without putting myself in a bad headspace, because it's not good for them. And like I said, I get to be home with them. I can hear them giggling outside the door right now, waiting for me to finish, and all they want is mom's attention, and I can shut the camera off right now and give it to them. So I'm grateful for this job. Some days it's a little overwhelming, and so if I'm not present where I always should be, I hope you guys know that it is nothing personal. It is just me working through all the negativity and trying only to bring positivity, which is what at this point I'm trying to live for in the rest of the life that I have on this planet. But all right, you guys, like I said, my kids are giggling right outside that door, and they're looking for my attention, and they deserve it. So I'm gonna go ahead and go, but I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching that little bit left that I had of New York and kind of catching up with me on where we've been, like what's been going on while we were there and what we've been doing really since we've been back, which is just unpacking and organizing and looking forward to all the things coming up like Super Bowl and Valentine's Day and all of that. I don't know when you guys are seeing this video, hopefully soon, but I have a lot on my schedule that I need to get out, so I'm not really sure when you're seeing it. But I love you guys. I hope you're enjoying all the things, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.